Shoes have to stay outside this week because our wood floors just got refinished and the last coat was put on Monday, and we probably shouldn't even be walking on it yet, but here we are because we can't wait to look at it. Okay, so here we are in the living room, and you can see fireplace in the background, and the floors are just wide and open, and here I am at the point where the floors had the giant cutout. And you can still kind of see the outline just because of where they had to end, some of the pieces that patch around it. So your mind fills in the blanks of where that big triangle or rectangle was. We think it looks pretty good. I mean, you can still see it a little bit, but it's you look at each individual piece of wood and you're like, yep, that looks like it matches, that looks like it matches, but somehow altogether your eye notices it's a little bit lighter or something's a little bit different. However, we think it turned out really great, and with furniture and wall things going on, it's not going to look so much like a blank slate anymore, and your eye won't be drawn to it. So overall, really happy with the way that turned out. Now, here we are in the kitchen leading into the dining room, and you might remember that there was a gap between these two because this is where the wall was that we took out, and there just weren't boards or they were sunken underneath it. And this patch turned out really amazing also because you're going with the right grain of the floor, so there are no end pieces drawing your eye to it. Turned out really well, we think. This was the old kitchen, and it had several layers of linoleum and some underfloor on it. And so you can see all these little nail holes. And we really like that too. It gives it some character and some unique value. They sell things like that and they call it distressed and everything, but this is pretty authentic. You might also remember this room had sort of an outline showing where cabinets had been. There were black spots of sticky material. It was probably the glue and the dirt that had accumulated. But they were able to totally sand that off, and it didn't leave any kind of remnant. This corner in particular had been pretty bad before they got to it. Well, let's go upstairs and see how that looks. Okay, so we're in the pretty big bedroom that's upstairs, and this room had some problems. There were stains on the floor, things that even the floor people weren't sure was going to come out. It was somewhere in this region, and again, you can see the sanding seemed to really take care of it. There are little variations within the wood, but nothing that looks like a stain. It's just different patterns in the wood grain and stuff like that. Incredibly smooth. I'm in the socks, and there are no more splinters, which was always a problem even when we lived here before. Here we are in the master bedroom, and this is a part where there used to be an electrical box and pipes or something that came up through the floor, and they patched it. It used to actually have a tin can lid that was covering up the hole. I was happy with it. I was going to put a big bookshelf over it, but we got them to patch it, and I think it turned out really well. So the floors were pretty much all that happened this week. We had thought about getting our cabinet guy to come in and start installing the kitchen cabinets. However, Josh did some research and then went over our paperwork again from Lady Baltimore Floors, and they said the floors need about 30 days to cure. You definitely had to give them, I think it was more than 24 hours, maybe 48 or 72 before you should be walking on them. And we gave them the 72 hours, but they said you don't want to be putting heavy things or rugs or dragging things across them, and that just seemed kind of inevitable with putting cabinets up. So we're going to put that off till the end of next week. Hopefully if we can get our guy to come in then. And in the meantime, we're just busy with other parts of our life. So that's pretty much it for this week. Tune back next week and hopefully we'll have some more.